And gentlemen, and welcome to my channel. We're doing something a little different today. MLB The Show 22, Game 7 for the Blue Jays. So let's get started.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming at you right after the break. About to get started here. And on the mound in this one, Kevin Gausman. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
0-1. And there's a strike. And the righty deals. Right through there, got him. Down on strikes, and he knew it.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Struck him out with
Here's Nick Solak.
those 3 pitches.
Well, the Blue Jays have seemed to go all in on players with MLB dads. What about those advantages, guys that have been around the clubhouse a lot?
They are not afraid. Being in
And
an
a
intense
catch.
game, 40,000, 50,000 people screaming. That's like being in the backyard for these guys that have grown up with a big league dad coming to the ballpark all the time. So they're very comfortable in this environment.
Corey Seager takes one off the outside here.
Ball.
No score, just getting started, top of the first. So 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
On the ground, right side, throws to first. 3rd out. And the Rangers set down in order.
And
now the Blue Jays will
up
get their
next.
initial shot. No score. Back
And
after
batting.
this on the show. We go to the bottom of the first. And today's starting pitcher, Taylor Hearn. How about a scouting report on him?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
And a pitch. In the air, out towards right center. Makes the grab on the run. 1 away.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Lourdes.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Now this one is smoked down the left field line.
And that's gone.
Out of here.
All the
Lourdes
way
Gurriel
downtown
Jr. goes
Toronto.
yard. His 2nd of the year, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
Well, you can see he was out front just a little bit. Maybe didn't recognize the changeup earlier, but he got the bat head to it, hooked it down the line, and was able to keep it
second
fair
level.
for a long home run. Really impressive.
Now here is Santiago Espinal. Bounced up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And first offering is fouled off. Oh, now this one's blasted deep.
That's going. Oh, that's gone too. That's out of here.
Vladdy with a star scraper. Third home run of the season, and they add a couple more. It's 3-0.
Blue Jays hit 2 home runs.
Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And that one pulled foul.
Oscar just getting any hit of that.
The 0-1. Bounce to the right. Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Another man aboard here.
Man at first with 1 gone. So up next for Toronto,
Oh, shit.
Out towards right center field. Calhoun on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. Man at first. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. He was 0 for 4 in Wednesday's game. In the air, left side.
Oh, that looks like it's gone too.
Racing. Makes the catch.
No.
And the inning is over. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, top of the second. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Marcus Semien. Gosman back to work.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The 0-1. And a foul ball. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 gone here. Mitch Garver up to hit here. And that's in there for strike 1. And ball 1. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
The 1-2. And now 2-2. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
On the ground. gathers and throws to first. 2 up, 2 down. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Brad Miller takes a ball here as he stands in now. Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. That one down the line. Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in there safely.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Man on second, 2 down. And fouled off. The pitch. That one ripped. And George makes the grab. 1 left for Texas. They trail in this one 3-0. And welcome back. Now the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Leading off for the Jays, the third baseman.
The wind of the pitch.
Chapman.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Singy wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Lifted in the air, right center field. 1 up, 1 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Stepping in, George Springer. 1 for 3 back on Wednesday. Line drive. Solak puts it away. 2 down. So the batting order turns over. Raimel Tapia up to hit. First offering, and it just misses.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
The 1-0. And that's a base hit. So Lourdes Gurriel Jr. now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr. now at the plate. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. Out towards left center. He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Toronto, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. On to the 3rd inning. Here's the center fielder, Adolis Garcia.
Leading off for the Rangers, the center fielder.
Gosman back to work. And there's the strike.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
0-2 as he waves at that one. And now 1-2. 1-2 here. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Here's Cole Calhoun. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And a pitch. Strike two.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
So the Rangers' batting order turns over. Here's the third baseman, Andy Ibanez. In there, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count, 0-2. All four pitches in play right here, partner.
Two down, nobody on. In the air, right side. Hernandez moving under it and puts the squeeze on that. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Rangers. Still down 3-0. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's the second baseman, Santiago Espinal. And that one fouled off.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Fought off foul. The wind to kick the pitch. That's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. He kind of muscled that one out there. Didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
Vladdy now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Ground ball left side, could be two. Ibanez to second, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play. And now Teoscar Hernandez.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. He's got it, and that is out number 3. Welcome back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Nick Solak. Yeah, the right-hander back to work. Check swing, but he went too far. Strike one. Liner, base hit.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knock. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Righty delivers. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Kicks and fires. Stays alive. The 0-2. Got him looking. And there's one away.
You know, splitters aren't thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control. And not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
Now it's the second baseman, Marcus Semien. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Solak at first, one gone. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And he's down on strikes for the second time today.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Man at first. Next up for Texas, Mitch Garver. That one's in there, 0-1. Popped up. Espinal gets under it. And that's the inning. Rangers leave one. They trail it here 3-0. Bottom of the fourth, and the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Leading up for Toronto, the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
And the pitch. He swings and fouls one off. Here's the 0-1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
0-2 now. And that one is lifted in the air. Calhoun turns to the right on the move. And there's one down.
Now batting, catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Digging in, Alejandro Kirk. He's 0 for 1. In there for strike one.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball. The wind of the pitch. This one's squared up down the left
And
field
that's
line.
gone.
It's there, and it is gone. That'll fire up the dugout. His first homer of the year, and they add a run. It's 4-0.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
One out, base is empty. And here is Matt Chapman. Flied out his first time. To third, Ibanez collects it. Play is made, 2 out.
The center fielder, number 4, George Springer.
Here's George Springer. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond. Inning over. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back now in Toronto. We go to the top of the 5th, and now it's going to be Brad Miller. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And a pitch. And misses inside. Left-hand batter waits. Foul ball there. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
And here it comes. That misses the zone, and it's 3-2.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
That one pushed foul. Three-2 on the way. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. In the air out towards right center. Springer on the move. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one down. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. He's 0 for 1. And that's in there for strike 1.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
And he deals. Strike 2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake. One guy that was really great once the count got to 2 strikes, Miguel Cabrera.
The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Next offering is fouled back. Low, the base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the 2nd out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, low and away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Man at first. So next to hit for Texas, Cole Calhoun. That one's in there, 0-1. And he flips a breaking ball in there or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it, whatever it was.
That's a laser base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Man, Singy, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog. I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
Rangers leave a pair. They trail it here 4-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Raimel Tapia.
The left fielder, Raimel Tapia.
The pitch. Kicks and deals. That one pulled foul. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Grabs it on the run. 1 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Garcia pulls that one down, 2 away. Santiago Espinal next up for the Blue Jays. And the first offering is not close. And that's downstairs and outside.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Bounce to the left side. And it goes just foul. Line drive. That's a hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
And the Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Taylor Hearn departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Garrett Richards gets the ball now. This is his 3rd time out this year.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Tapped softly on the ground. Ibanez handles the chance, zips it to first, and Guerrero is set down. That is held in check. They lead 4-0. Back here at the ballpark, new inning getting started, and stepping in is the speedy Nick Solak. Gosman back to work. On the ground to third. Tosses to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So now it's Corey Seager.
Well, on the mound, very efficient. Able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And that one fouled off. Oh, 0-2 now. The punch out there. So he's gotten deep into this game. And at least so far, not showing a ton of signs of fatigue.
Second baseman, Marcus Simeon.
Now it's Marcus Simeon. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Right-hander kicks, deals. Hit hard, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And here is Mitch Garver. In there, and it's 0-1. There's a strike. At the belt and fires. Stays alive. Simeon off of first with 2 away. And that one lifted in the air center field. Springer there makes the catch, and that ends the inning. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Rangers nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the 6th inning, and now the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
The right fielder, Teoscar.
The wind and the pitch. And first offering is fouled off. This one lifted in the air, left field. Solak has this one sized up. Makes the grab, and there's one down.
The batter, number 11, shortstop,
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Line drive, caught.
Now batting, catcher, Alejandro.
Time asked for at the plate. Maybe an attempt to break up the rhythm that he's got going on the mound right now. Ground ball left side, and it gets by him.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Matt Chapman up to the plate now. And first offering is fouled off. Out to short. Seager picks it up. They get the force. That ends the frame. One left for Toronto, but they lead it 4-0. Bowden Francis comes on now, and he'll work on holding this lead. Brad Miller now. And a pitch. That misses off the outside edge. Left-hand hitter waits. Check swing, no appeal. 2-0. And the right-hander deals. And another ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out. It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Here comes a pitch. That one lifted to left. And base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. And now the center fielder, Adolis Garcia. In there for strike 1. 0-1 down. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, or maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable. Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And George makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Andy.
So the lineup flips over. Now the third baseman, Andy Ibanez, for the 4th time tonight. First pitch just misses. Miller on second. Low at first. 2 out of the inning. Next pitch is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Just missed. Next pitch in for a strike. 3-1.
3-1.
Righty to the plate. And it's filled up. Is there a little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
And the righty deals. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that ball is out of here. His first homer of the year, and they inch closer. It's 4-3. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets to jog around the bases. Good for him.
Next to hit, Nick Solak. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And down on strikes he goes. And that is that. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 4-3 ball game. And welcome back. Here's George Springer to start it off.
Leading off for the Jays, the center fielder.
The pitch.
George.
In the air, right field. Calhoun on the move as he glides back. And there's one down.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Raimel Tapia next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
The wind of the pitch. Swung on, belted. Way back there. Hauls it in on the warning track.
The batter, the designated hitter, Lourdes Gurriel.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr. stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And the pitch. Slice to right, and that's just foul. Now fly ball to right center. Garcia gliding as he moves to his left. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And welcome back. Seager stands in now. The pitch. That one is upstairs. And it's fouled away. One now. Swing and a ball popped up. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff with base hit. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
And the 0-1. On the inside corner for a strike.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Next offering is downstairs.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a drive. Left field. Way back there. Turning and looking, and it's gone. Marcus Semien goes deep. 3rd home run of the season, and they grab the lead. It's 5-4. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Yimi Garcia. And he'll do his best to keep this close.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
That one missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Righty delivers. Swings and misses. First out in the top of the 8th. Brad Miller digs in now.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, Good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
Next offering is in for a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. That one fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Next offering is fouled back. And the 0-2. And down on strikes. And there are 2 down.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Slapped foul. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Joe Barlow. And he'll do his best to hang on to this lead. And the pitch. Espinal swings through it for strike 1. Action in the pen down there. John King, the closer of the staff, is getting loose to finish this one off. The tying run at the plate. And a foul ball. Going 2 now. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Throw to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. And there's a ball. And a pitch. And that's ripped for a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Just a huge at bat right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So digging in, Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 3. Ground ball left side, could be 2. On to Simeon. On to Lowe. It's a double play.
Well, we can never overstate it.
Back now in Toronto. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Adolis Garcia. Garcia back to work. Just missed. And he deals. Fouled off. He was late. The pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Up the middle, Espinal handles. The throw to first, and Garcia is out. Cole Calhoun, the next to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Next offering is in for a strike. And here it comes. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 1-2 now. Good eye right there. Stays alive. Next offering is fouled back. Kicks and deals. And now it's filled up.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
That's out to center field. Springer on the move. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Kirk makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Up next for the Rangers, Nick Solak. Out to short. Bichette collects. Whips it to first on the run. And that is that. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. It's the Rangers 5, the Jays 4. John King will take over here. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Oh, he's having an excellent season so far. ERA is under 2. A lot of flexibility coming out of the bullpen.
Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
Real ugly 0-1 swing right there. As a pitcher, got to be hunting for that strikeout. Keep him off balance. Send him back to the dugout.
Strike 3. Got him swinging. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the guys that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up. Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now it's Matt Chapman. And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and fires. Swing and a pop-up. He dives, but he can't make the catch. There's one. And the batter is George Springer. And first offering is fouled off. So now with one swing, this guy could end it. Up the middle, ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game.
If that's the end of the ball game, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, hit that like, and hit that notification. As always, be safe.